and it makes everyone, small and great, rich or poor, free or slave, to receive a mark on his right hand or on his forehead, so that no one can buy or sell unless he has the mark, the beast's name, or a number of its name. This calls for wisdom. Let the one who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, because it is the number of a person. It is the number 666. So there will be a moment when the Antichrist reigns. Unless you take the mark of the beast on your hand, on your forehead, you're not going to buy, you're not going to sell, you're not going to do business, you're not going to eat. You got to bow, you got to take the mark, you got to say, I am worshiping the Antichrist. Have we ever seen emperor worship before in our society? Oh yeah. All throughout history, you've seen emperor worship. And so then there is a bowing, or you're not going to eat. Now let's just take it current events. Last week, winter storm in Houston, Texas. Do you remember on like day 5 when things were getting really, really desperate? And I know some people are still in places of desperation even now. But you remember when like the whole city was like no water, no power, no grocery stores, no food, no this, no that, and everybody was getting really, really desperate. Imagine that feeling of desperation if that would have gone on 5 weeks instead of 5 days. 5 months instead of 5 days. 3.5 years of a biblical proportion here. Let me tell you what would happen. You're going to go walk into the grocery store, and they're going to say, hey, before you come in, you're going to have to bow to this idol. People would be bowing with no problem at all because they'd be so desperate. Christians don't even know this stuff, much less people that don't know the Lord. And so there would be bowing easily like that. No problem that would happen. And so the Antichrist gets all the power, and he says, you're going to have to worship me. And if you don't worship me, you're not going to buy, you're not going to sell, you're not going to eat. You know what this is? This is the end game of what's called cancel culture. We already see the seeds of it today. Just this last week, Amazon took a book off they've had on their website for, I think, 3 years because they didn't like what the book was saying and their thoughts of what it is, and they took it off of Amazon to be out. They canceled it to be able to say, well, you can't sell your book if you're going to say that. You see all the time, well, hey, you're not going to get tenure if you believe that on this college campus. You're not going to get that job if you say this about Jesus Christ. You're going to actually get fired. And this is the epitome of if you believe in Christ and you don't worship what we want you to worship, then you're not going to get anything, and it's canceled. This is the end of the game of that whole thing happening, and we see the seeds of it today already. Hey, thanks for watching. To find out more about Houston's First, you can subscribe to our channel, or you can go to houstonsfirst.org.